So you guys are listening to the Squires Show here on Black Squirrel Radio. You can listen live at blacksquirrelradio.com, and I just started the stream on Facebook, facebook.com/Davey Squires. It's just my personal Facebook.
I'm about to share right now.
Awesome. 12 o'clock tribe is about to share it. We got Tim Schilling in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Tim? We are live on 12 o'clock tribe's Facebook, personal Facebook, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto.
Everywhere.
Right.
All right. So, where are you guys from?
We're from Akron, yeah, born and raised.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
And for the listeners, what are you guys' names again?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Shawande.
Yes, sir. I play guitar, drums sometimes, vocals.
And I play keys.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
This is only 2/6, so 1/3 of the band. Not everybody can make it. They have work and such. I called off to make it in today.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I had to come through.
I just didn't have work today, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
usually we're a
Free
six-piece.
day.
We're a 6-piece. Our guitarist, he's from New York. My dad, he plays drums and he sings. He's from Cleveland.
Oh.
And Jason's from Boston. He's our trombone player.
Dang.
So we're from all over everywhere, young and old. We're all in our 20s.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are a little bit older, you know.
That's
So we have,
awesome.
yep, both age groups.
Yeah,
You know.
my band Snippy's Revenge kind of has that same
Nice.
thing.
And
where,
it's a great
yeah.
vibe. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It's an awesome vibe.
Young and old. It's
Yes,
like,
sir.
yeah, getting two different viewpoints of the music. It's
Exactly.
it's always a great thing.
Exactly.
Two generations, man, coming together makes something beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. So, wow, that's from everywhere, from New York to Cleveland.
Yes.
That's crazy. And how long have you guys been around?
Well, personally, him and his twin brother and I, we've been playing together as a collective since around 2015, 2014. We've been playing djembe here at Kent State since we were kids. Their father, Matabu Okanta, he's had us playing djembe little kids.
Huh.
So,
college professor here at Pan African Studies in Oscar Ritchie Hall. You know, check him out.
For sure. And now the other people in the band, they have been playing with Road Street Rude Boys for about 15 years up until this point. And before that, they were in Mighty Levites in the 90s. They were in a band called One in the early 90s. So they've been playing, my dad and Walter, they've been playing for like 30 years in the scene, in the Akron scene, building up the reggae scene with Mighty Levites, building up the reggae scene with Rude Boys. And we were playing with Free World since 2015.
Oh,
and so we were
okay.
playing like the same unit, the same lineup with both groups. And we're like, we got to bring both of these together.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to come up with a new name, rebrand, re-socialize, restructure. And we come up with the name 12 O'Clock Tribe as like an amalgamation of those two groups.
Yeah.
And so we came up with that rebrand about 7 months ago. So we come out with a few singles. We dropped True Messiah. We dropped Lamb and the Lion. And then we start playing shows. So kind of the opposite of what we did before. We're playing shows everywhere. We have no music anywhere. So we're just, playing all these shows with nothing online to listen to. So now we did it the opposite way. Went to Studio 329 with Tom Bailey. He worked at Warner Music.
Oh,
And
nice.
Yeah, he hooked us up. Yeah, oh my God, it was an amazing session. He set up the studio right in his basement. So comfortable. He hooked us up with an amazing sound. So we laid down 2 singles there.
He's a great engineer.
Yeah, we shopped those. We got those out on the internet.
True
Spotify.
Messiah and Lamb and the Lion.
Yep. Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere on the
Oh, really?
internet, Pandora, all that.
You want to listen to a couple?
Yes,
here?
sir. I would love to.
Let's go ahead.
You can play Lamb and the Lion.
Awesome. So you guys, have you guys always been a 6-piece band? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. Rude Boys, back in the day, they were as small as a 3-piece. But when I came in the band around 4 years ago with the Rude Boys, I started playing rhythm guitar with them. And then we kind of just started making one thing, and they started coming and playing with me. We put my band with theirs to make 12 O'Clock Tribe. So yeah, it's pretty much always been a 6-piece as far as this group goes.
Exactly.
Awesome. I just brought up the Lamb and the Lion.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna listen to it here.
Beautiful.
As I bring it up.
I say the lamb and the lion, they can fight to them lay. Singing songs of righteousness for Jah every day. But many lives before them trod upon the same way. We have to follow ancient laws, I will say. We say that Rasta is the lion in our jungle. Fell in touch of pride and blame inside and just be humble. Mighty Jah foundation shall be strong and never crumble. Giving praise on high so I and I shall never stumble. If I roots, naughty music. Just let me tell you, give ya roots, naughty music. Oh no, I give ya roots, naughty music. Just let me tell you, give ya roots, naughty music for sure. I say you grow your locks for Jah. Grow your locks for Jah now. Grow your locks for Jah. Living gazely, grow your locks for Jah. Grow your locks for Jah now. Grow your locks for Jah. Living gazely, now whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. I tell them, well, Nazi music, Hey, Nazi music, well, Nazi music, Say Nazi music, One more time, Nazi music, Say Nazi music, Say Nazi music, Well, Nazi music, I say your wisdom grew, your locks grew, your mind grew. I do, I manna say your spirit knew, your heart knew, your eyes knew, Jah knew. I manna say your wisdom grew, your locks grew, your mind grew. I knew, I manna say your spirit knew, your heart knew, your eyes knew, Jah knew. I say the lamb and the lion, they give fight to them late. Singing songs of righteousness for Jah every day. For many let me put them just upon the same way. We have to follow when the Lord I will say. Me say that Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Say Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Oh Jah 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 Jah. Jah 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 Jah. Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Say Rasta is the lion in a jungle. Oh Jah 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 Jah. Jah 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 Jah. Grow your locks for Jah. Grow your locks for Jah now. Grow your locks for Jah. Look at the eye. Grow your locks for Jah. Grow your locks for Jah now. Grow your locks for Jah. Look at the eye. I say your wisdom grow, your locks grow, your mind grow. I know, and man I say your spirit grow, your heart grow, your eyes grow. Like man I say your wisdom.
Live studio audience, you know.
Yeah, that was awesome, guys.
Appreciate that,
was-
brother. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was the Lamb and the Lion by 12 O'Clock Tribe.
Yes,
That
sir.
was
Yes,
awesome. So you both have grew up in Akron.
All our lives, yep. All our lives. Born and raised. For real.
So what's your favorite thing about the music scene going on here?
I know these guys personally, man. They're just really good people. I'm talking about Hayden Gilbert and the Ruckus. I'm talking about Gretchen Plouffe. I'm talking
All of
about Zach Frydoff.
Plus.
Yes, plus all of them. You know, they're really great people, and they're definitely, you know, got a community behind
For sure.
the music going on here.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed I like about the scene is that I noticed that you can kind of like insert a new artist into the scene and they'll like accept it graciously.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You can just start playing shows and like, oh wow, you play music? Oh, you look kind of cool. All right, cool. We're gonna come. We're gonna check you out. You know,
Basically.
because like we started playing. I think our first big show way back in 2015 was EP Cooker, like Wandering Aesthetics, and they showed us so much love to this day. Connie Williams and Yoli Miller and all those people, they showed us so much love back then and just took us into the scene like we were family, and that's love. The scene, of course, has a lot of room to grow. We need like some type of label consideration in the city. We need some more venues that bands can get out and not do this whole pay to play thing.
Yeah.
that's not paying no one's bills.
No one wants to
You know,
just be trapped
pay to play
playing
isn't paying no
bars,
one's bills.
man.
Yep.
That's the opposite.
So yeah, we got a lot to work on in the scene, but I like a lot of the artists. It's booming. There's so many artists I can't even name all of them.
Land of Panda, you know.
Oh yeah,
Great band.
Oh yeah, a lot of good bands. We're playing Tiki Underground with Hayden Gilbert and the Ruckus 420.
Okay.
That's Saturday. We're playing Mustard Seed in Highland Square May 10th. And then we're playing the Outpost here in Kent with Land of Panda and Quasi Kings.
Yeah.
So that'll be a banger. That'll be a good one. Everybody in Kent, come out to that one if you're local. And yeah, we're just trying to spread the name 12 O'Clock Tribe as far and wide as we can. We just got back from Alliance. Before that, we came back from Columbus. We were in talks with New York. So we're just trying to get as far and wide as we can, you know.
Oh yeah.
And just spread the name, spread the music, you know.
Hey, that's the deal. That's the job, man.
Exactly, it's the dream. It's the dream, you know. I feel blessed. Every show we get, every time we get to go on stage and we get booked, I'm like, you're right, beautiful. Man. I'm living the life, you know. Nothing more you can ask for. I love every step of the journey. Every part of it is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to document as much as we can, take videos. Like, we're going to look back on this 3 years from now, like, look where we were. Like, we were just doing our thing and making music and working, you know.
We'll finally have roadies, you know.
Yeah, somebody look for our
big old van.
Yeah, that's the best part of every show is taking the equipment to and from.
It's the adventure.
Exactly.
Right,
that's what
of getting to it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always an adventure.
Every time.
It's a workout, too.
So, speaking of the name, where did 12 O'Clock Tribe come from?
We were brainstorming. We were recording these songs. We were brainstorming, like, we got to come up with a new name because some people know us as Free World. Some people know us as the Rude Boys. And it's kind of hard to say, yeah, we're two bands, but we're one. We're the same people.
Right. 2 in 1.
So we want to bring it back, you know, like into one name. And we're like, my dad said, maybe we just need a name like something cool, like 12 O'Clock Tribe. I was like,
bada bing boop.
Wait, no, that's the one right there, 12 O'Clock Tribe. That's it. Yeah. And we're very spiritual. You know, we read the Bible a lot. And when it comes to the New Jerusalem, it reads that the sun shall be in the top of the sky all day long. At 12 o'clock at all times. You know? And it's also like a play on words referencing to the 12 tribes of Israel. So the 12 O'Clock Tribe, 12 tribes, re-entering and reforming, coming back together, all people, all tongues, all languages, under one music, under one people, you know. Because there's no race, there's only good and evil. You know?
Was that symbolism thought of before you made the name?
It seemed like some of all the greatest art, it comes in a moment, instantaneous. You don't think about it. It's just like boom, and then all the like meaning came with it after that.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah,
wait, that's it.
That's interesting.
Now we're gonna add.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it wasn't really premeditated. It just came out in the midst of the conversation.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, are there any local artists, like any local reggae artists you look to for an inspiration or?
Nope.
No.
God is our biggest inspiration. Because you know He makes the grass grow, He makes the sun shine, and that's just the most beautiful thing, and that inspires music. That inspires the art more than anything. Most of the music, like the reggae music that we get inspiration from, they're either dead or they're not in this country. You know, one of our biggest influences is Midnight, and they don't even play anymore. You know, most of the reggae greats are dead. So we're trying to bring back a scene that is not alive. Exactly. Reggae music has been watered down since Bob's death, really. And they took the live instruments out of it and made it all, you know, beats and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
took
yeah.
the message out of it and made it all smoke weed in the sunshine on a tropical beach. But reggae has always been about revolution. Reggae has always been about political uprising and suffering and crying. You know, it's a cry of the people. And we're not even really locked into a reggae genre because we love so much. We play rock music, soul, jazz. We play a lot in there, and we don't really just play the skank and the one drop the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
We like to solo and improvise. Like, you never know how a song's going to finish or begin, you know?
It's always different every time. You never play the same song the same way.
A lot of improvisation.
Oh, yeah. That's a great thing for the mind, too.
Yes,
just to, you know, think of different things each time you play it.
Right, and you don't know what anybody's doing next, but it almost seems like you do know. Like... You know what he's about to do next, but you have no idea what you're doing in the moment. You know, like you're just feeling that. You're just going with it. We have what we call it the void.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We call it the void when you're not playing in beat, you're not playing rhythm. It's just like everybody's like playing something and just going and going and going. It could last for 5 minutes, last for 5
another,
seconds.
You know, Coltrane feel.
Yeah, it's very jazz, avant-garde jazz, Sun Ra type.
Oh yeah,
just everybody not playing a particular rhythm, just going and expressing yourself.
Well, for me personally, jazz and reggae, I used to play in Land of Panda, and I you know have always been a jazz drummer as well, and I feel like they're very very much the same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you listen to jazz, and you listen to reggae,
it's that swing.
It's the same thing. It's the 1 and the 3. So yeah, it's that swing exactly. So. Yeah, jazz and reggae are so similar because the reggae artists of the 60s were inspired by the soul of America, the Marvin Gayes and the Sam Cookes. They were like, whoa, I want to cover those songs, sing like that. And then that chink, 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 it got slowed down. And you know, it got slowed down and got
yeah.
more meditative and got more Rasta, you know, and that's where we draw inspiration from as far as the reggae music goes. But with rock and all the genres we like, I'm a huge Hendrix fan. We like Fela Kuti, we like James Brown, and we could keep going with all the music we grew up on. Exactly. Our parents had us growing up on just all kinds of music from birth, like, so that's just in our blood is the music. Like, that's all we live for, you know.
What, do you guys go to a lot of different genres of concerts?
We try, but it's hard when it's hard when you're a musician and you go to live concerts like, I want to get on stage. They should have booked us, you know. But yeah, we go out and see bands when we can. There's like some sweet DIY spots in the area we live in, like the Highland Square area, like Hive Mind. Hive Mind's a great venue. We check them out a lot. Pete Bach, he's a really good friend of ours.
Annabelle's got some good music going on.
Yeah, Annabelle's always has good music, you know. But we mostly keep to ourselves. We're very like at home. We go to show. We play the show, we pack our stuff up, and we go. Like, we don't stick around and hang out, really. We just play the music and go home. We're not, you know, the party band at all.
Oh, yeah.
We're a lot more laid back.
But would you guys say, because of that, your music has gotten better, or?
I'd say it's a lot of being like, when you really want to study for a test, you're not going out, hanging out with your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be at your spot, really studying for that test. So definitely makes us much better because we don't give ourselves time to slip up and get distracted, you know.
And I think what really got us better is we played Porch Rocker and I think the High Arts Fest last summer, and then we stopped playing shows for like 6-7 months and just recorded and practiced. So we were kind of going crazy because we're not playing shows, and that's my life. So we're not playing shows. We're just practicing and recording, and that really made us so tight. To get one complete perfect take for a song, how long does that take?
Man.
Hours, you know? It takes so long to really just get it perfectly. Like, I'm happy with this. I like this, you know? That's what really got us better. Yeah. And to know that now we go in live, we know the basis of the song, and we can just branch off from that any way we want, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, really, the recording process helped out.
Yeah, I think I saw you guys at the High Arts Festival.
Oh, yeah.
I was playing in Blue Jazz down there. I was singing a song.
We saw you at Annabelle's. You were playing with, I think, Ride the Vibe.
Yeah.
Maddie Andre and them.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It was a good show.
Oh, yeah. I love that place.
For sure.
Really
it's nice. It's stinky, but...
Hey, it'll happen.
It's nice. It's chill.
So many people in such a small space. You know?
Oh, yeah. Especially underground like that.
Yeah. Right.
This question comes from Tim. Have you guys ever heard of Carlos Jones?
Oh, yeah. My dad's played with Carlos Jones. My dad, Kevin, has played with Carlos Jones for years with the Rude Boys. And, you know, Carlos is good people. I've been to a lot of shows since I was a kid. Yeah, it's good people. And good Cleveland reggae. He's been around for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He was just at the Outpost. You know. So what kind of music were your parents listening to?
Oh, man. It's hard to get into this.
That's a whole interview in itself.
I would love to talk about just a little bit of it right now.
You know, we could talk about Fela Kuti. We could talk about Youssou N'Dour, La Nubian, Sonny Rollins. We could talk about Wayne Shorter.
The Abyssinians.
Yep. We could talk about, again, Midnight.
Myles Davis.
Exactly. All these different genres from reggae to Afro beats
Grateful
to
Dead.
jazz.
My parents are
Grateful
big
Dead.
Deadheads.
Oh, yeah.
Big
Me too.
Deadheads. So I grew up on that. I just went to a Dead and Company concert last summer. It was awesome.
At Blossom?
At Blossom.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was there.
Why are we?
Damn.
We're in the same place.
Oh, it was a great show, man. I had an awesome time. Everybody there was vibes. And that helped me like learn what the culture really is. And that's what I want to build with 12 O'Clock Tribe. Is I just love everybody there. It's like family. Oh, I'll scratch my back, you scratch yours. You need some food, you need some water, here you go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it's just straight love. But yeah, a lot of Grateful Dead. A lot of Jimmy, a lot of blues. My parents are big on blues.
Like Howlin' Wolf or something. You know?
Lightning Hopkins.
Exactly.
You know, Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
Soul, a lot of James Brown. I loved James Brown when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Zeppelin. Everything.
Zeppelin,
Just
yeah.
a little bit of everything. Yeah, my parents are really big with music collection. Same with his. You know. So we grew up on that. Grew up on a lot of music. A lot of inspirations. I can't just listen to one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Play
It's
thing.
tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my favorite artist changes every week, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, that's healthy listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me.
It goes the brain.
Oh, yeah. It's funny you say Myles Davis because I've been listening to a lot of his just bluesy, all blues and all that.
Flamenco sketches.
I take a lot of inspiration from guys like Myles and Coltrane on guitar. just the way they do runs, like those endless runs. It just, and it keeps going. I like to do it on guitar sometimes and just never stop and keep going. You know, I take a lot of inspiration from that jazz style. I listen to it at night all the time. I can't sleep.
Oh yeah.
I got some jazz.
Oh yeah. For me, it's like cooking. I can't cook without having the jazz on.
Right. You listen to music and you kind of like rocking with it. You know, having a good time.
Find a rhythm with what you're doing. You know.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. The thing about Myles specifically though for me is I feel he does those runs, but I feel at times he also does it's kind of like the less is more type thing.
That's what I took from John Mayer at Blossom. It's like he'll ride that position, that fingering position, and just stay in there. He doesn't feel the need to go all up and down the neck and look real fancy for the people.
Even with Montgomery, did the same thing.
Yeah, this scale right here is sweet. I'm going to play these 7 notes and mix them up as much as I can instead of trying to look cool, run up and down the neck.
Right.
You know, and same with keyboard. You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, we all play a lot of instruments outside of what we just play in the band. You know, I love playing piano. He's really good on drums. He's probably the best djembe artist I know. Like, I'm serious. This dude has hands like fire.
Amen.
And we've been playing djembe for a long time. And yeah. So
play that when you're 5 years old, man.
Yeah. Love the djembe. We used to play here at djembe every Wednesday. Come down with Olu's class and help him teach that.
Cultural Expressions 1 and 2.
That's the one.
Yeah. That's awesome.
For sure.
Now, have you guys ever been part of any like drum circles?
There's a few in Highland. It's like with drum circles, we have a different style. We want to push the pace and and play a different type of style that's not so slow and everybody kind of.
At a lot of drum circles, you never know who you're playing with and what their skill level is at, so you can't try to rock the boat too quick.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, we used to bring our drums on our backs and walk up town square and just like sit down and play djembe, just the 3 of us. Yeah. And that was always fun, playing a djembe.
It was amazing.
We knew Come on.
Getting those diddles in.
Yes, sir. So that kind of taught us to play the more melodic instruments and guitar and piano and stuff. Yeah. We play it very rhythmically. We're very, very rhythmic musicians.
Let's see. Hey, everybody. Good interview.
Hey,
these guys rock.
Appreciate you, bro.
Less is more is musical gold.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right,
that is the general.
Yeah.
The pocket. It's all about the pocket. Not trying to do too much. Serve the music.
But at the same time, man, Art Blakey told Lee Morgan, he was like, "Hey, you got to tell your story every single time.
Your story.
Tell your story."
The way I play music is telling your story. Don't just play the song, but tell somebody.
Man.
Say something with your music, with like the instrument, not just like the lyrics, which in its own instances.
You should definitely start feeling emotional hearing somebody solo.
But then the lyrics itself becomes a whole nother world.
Exactly.
Becomes a whole nother world. The lyrics are harder to produce than the music. I can make any kind of chords and progressions.
But it's really trying to write a song
that's what really is like. Whoa, to put those words together that make perfect sense and is cohesive. That's like really heavy art.
Yeah, it's like influenced by God. You know. Yeah. Those words, they mean a lot, It's just really heavy when you have to put it together in a way. It's almost like reading Psalms or something, if you just read it without the music.
Yep.
Poetry.
Exactly. Poetry, exactly.
Poetry
exactly.
and
his dad's a big poet. So.
Oh yeah. MKE poetry, you know. He has a book out called MKE Poet.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah. When you talking about the Bible, and there's so much to be said about the poetry in the Bible. It's just
like he said, King David's Psalms were just all poetry, and it says in the beginning, this was a song for the music director, and then you read it differently. It kind of has a rhythm and like an iambic pentameter to it. Right. All the scripture, it's cohesive. It's almost like a song.
And you'll realize a lot of it rhymes if you say it right, man.
And we'll read certain scriptures before a show where it talks so intricately about singing music for God and the trumpets and the lyres and the harps and the crashing cymbals. I read it out. I said, he's speaking directly to us. He said he gets joy in crashing cymbals and harps and lyres. I'm like, well, a guitar isn't anything more than a modern lyre and a harp. Right. And the same with a piano. And crashing cymbals, those drums. Come on. God loves music.
He loves the horns, man.
Yes.
Can't speak enough about the horns.
It's like a sweet smell to his nose.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of like sounds can be interpretive as of smells, kind of like.
Yeah, it brings back memories.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
like all in your pineal gland. And with the music specifically, we do take that inspiration from God and always draw from that.
Yeah.
Live, recording, writing. That's really where it comes from. We actually play music in 444 instead of 440. Most people play in standard tuning 440. We play in 444. Certain sacred frequencies, 432 and all these different ones. 444 is considered the key of David. And they say that is what David played music in. So when we started playing with that, we started getting a lot more feedback in the mics, and the cymbals would just resonate longer. A lot of weird things that happened, and it would just ring out so differently. So we every time, even on the keyboard, on the guitars, the bass, we play in 444. So then our trombonist, that doesn't have any tuning scale, so he has to kind of pull it, 4 cents higher to stay in key the whole time, which is a task. That's not easy, So mad props to
how
Jason
he manages to do it. I have no idea.
Mad props to Jason. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think back then too they had so many different variations of the horn instrument.
Yeah.
Right. And back in the day, they weren't playing to any standard tuning. They were playing all kinds of tunings. Yeah. Not until World War II. But
you're right. Nobody want to talk about that, man.
Yeah, you brought that up, and I was gonna say it's kind of like church acoustics, where they would tune into that, and it would resonate in this way.
Yeah, it rings,
and it is like
rings
church. It is like church. It says when the Bible says when you get 2 or 3 people together on the same accord, you're blessed. So you get 6 people on the same accord, all going to one direction and one motive. That's blessed, and we can feel that energy a lot. If we don't come in with the right mentality spiritually, it's not going to be a good experience for a show or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to come in it the right way.
Did you guys want me to play...
True Messiah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
No problem. Ain't no problem. Messiah march down the dance hall and lead them to the temple. The true Messiah march down the dance hall and lead them to the temple. I man not say you know the true Messiah march down the dance hall and lead them to the temple. Lead them to the temple. He lead them to the temple. Lead them to the temple. Lead them to the temple. I say Messiah are the King Yahweh. Doesn't I give me for the modern man not trot this time? Right back to Jerusalem, just study the earth down to molecular foundation. I say your science is your truth and grace. How can I learn about his words and not believe his ways? Right back to the books I say. The answers and scripture, tranquility and peace with nature. I say Messiah are the King Yahweh. Doesn't I get before the modern man not trod this time? Right back to the books I say. Answers and scripture, tranquility and peace with nature. Oh no, no, no. Yeah.
true Messiah, mash down the dance hall and lead them to the temple. I say the true Messiah, him a mash down the dance hall and lead. I man, I say the true Messiah, Messiah. Man, I say the true Messiah, Messiah. Lead them to the temple. You lead them to the temple. You lead them to the temple. You lead them to the temple.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
That's love. Thanks
Thanks,
playing
man.
our songs.
How long you been doing this, man?
About a year now.
Yeah, we're gonna interview you now.
Right, man.
All right, give me the questions.
So what's your favorite thing about interviewing local artists and musicians? How'd you get into this, man?
Oh, well, I've been a musician for like 12 years now, so it's kind of the next step, and I just like meeting new people and learning about other people and what they're doing in terms of music. So that's really my favorite part about doing it, just meeting new people.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
Are you continuing to pursue radio? Is that like something you want to, as a career?
Oh yeah, I'm
Chill. This is dope.
I'm actually looking into working at WKSU
Oh, beautiful.
in the production department.
I like that.
So
I like
I'm doing something.
Right, man. Hey.
Support Davey Squires.
Right,
y'all.
tune into the Squires Show. Tune in.
The best radio available. Best radio on the airwaves, baby. Come on.
Yeah. Kendrick.
Live studio audience.
Where are they at?
Right.
So, how did you guys get into playing?
Into playing like music in general, or
David Bond.
Yeah.
exactly.
The sky was red.
What day was it?
May 12th, 97. Nah, okay, but yeah, it's really since a kid, like you grow up and you're like, what am I here for? Why do I think like this? Who am I about to be?
Right.
And then you pick up an instrument. My parents got me a guitar when I was 12 years old. Before then, I was playing cello and piano and things like that. But they got me an electric guitar when I was 12 years old, and I would just sit in my room and play that every single day until like I had lines cut into my fingers, because of the electric strings I wasn't used to. I've been playing that since I was 12, so like that's really what made me feel like, oh, this is my life. Like this is what I got to
Right.
do.
And I was playing djembe when I was like 5,
Yep.
talking about getting my hands beat red.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just playing. And then just growing up on that, I ended up learning, I wouldn't say traditionally, but I did learn traditional African drum rhythms from Olu Bala and Baba Tenu.
Yes, we did.
And yeah, he was there. He learned those rhythms as well.
Later on, I was like 10.
Yeah, I was learning when I was like 5, 6.
Yeah,
You
he was
know?
really young.
Yeah, I was a kid. And as far as piano goes, man, our bassist had left the band in Free World, and it just left us with nothing
With a
because he
gap.
took the
Oh, yeah.
he took the equipment too. It was his.
Oh,
So it was like, yeah,
that's a
no,
downer.
no. So we just got all of our own, stuff. I don't want to cuss. And
Had to change the lineup up.
exactly, I had to change the lineup. So
But
I was
I
like, hey,
think-
let me get on piano real quick and just teach myself this.
Yeah, how long you been playing piano? Tell him how long.
About like three
only,
years.
Only 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 years he's been playing, and he just plays like he's been doing all his life.
Yeah,
But I think
right.
the main thing that led us to be musicians really is our parents.
Yeah.
Both our fathers are like traveling musicians. They all have always been playing music, and I've seen their concerts since I was a kid. And it's like every son is gonna walk in his father's footsteps in some way
Exactly.
or another. And we were just given that DNA.
Right.
To
Oh, yeah,
play
yeah.
music, and my son's probably gonna get it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
When I have kids and his son's gonna get it, it's just what I got. It runs my family. All
It's the
our family.
inheritance, man.
Yep, it's inheritance.
It's definitely like if you see your parents do it or someone you look up to do it, it's
Exactly
like,
right.
hey,
I want to be like my dad. Come on.
yeah.
Talk
for every
about
kid.
both of us were just kids seeing our dads playing in the same band, so it was like a trip.
And then I turned 18. I'm in college, and my dad's like, "Oh, come play djembe with the Rude Boys." And I play with him, and then he's like, "You should play guitar with us." So now I'm playing with my dad, which was just like a amazing experience. I had grown up watching him play, just like blowing my mind. Huge crowds and just controlling the crowd in ways that I never knew was possible. And then to be able to play with him and now like sing with him and write songs with him and record, it's just like, it's a dream come true. I know most people don't get the opportunity to play with their dads. Like
exactly.
And to keep going and traveling, like that's crazy. I know that's a different dynamic. We have a very, very different dynamic.
And I'm assuming that's helped your friendship.
Yeah,
man.
Me and my dad are super close, and we hang out. They hang out with me and my dad every day. You know, and us in the band, we're like really, really good friends. We're family.
Oh yeah.
And I've known Walter's my sister's goddad, so he's the guitarist. I've known him all my life. He's known me all my life. Jason, I've known Jason 15 years. So I know his kids. I know his whole family. Like we're all just a
family.
Yeah,
right. It's just a village. You know,
we always look out for each other. So it's like even deeper than music.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are a tribe, definitely.
Yes,
like
that's the point. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And everybody that we meet and wants to join the tribe is fully welcome. You know, we're trying to build a community, baby.
So you mentioned reggae in the past has been more of a political meaning to it. Do you guys ever get into that?
Oh yeah. Oh, and everything. But we know that the political climate today is so tense that if you say the wrong thing, you'll be cast out to the wolves. So it's kind of like saying things what people who have the right ears to hear can understand it, you know, and saying certain things where it's not overtly political, but if you really listen to it and you really try to interpret it, yes, it's very political. But, you know, all the music, all the contents of the music is mostly about suffering, God, spirituality, trying to understand what that is, what's that, you know, relationship with God and human, and kind of trying to interpret that through music, because we don't have all the answers, but we can still inquire. And that's mostly what it's about. Inquisition.
Exactly.
Huh. Yeah. So a couple more questions here.
Yep.
You can take the flow.
Well said.
So, are there any like favorite places you guys like playing at?
Every place that I'm playing is my favorite place. The moment
there you go.
That was a good answer.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good answer. I was like,
I'm telling you, because
you book us and you got a crowd. I love to play there.
I love to play there. And if you pay us, that's even more, man.
Yeah, I love to play there. But if you don't meet those requirements,
well, yeah.
I'm just playing. No,
I got love for you anyways.
Like we say, you know, if we're going to just play an amazing show to the bartender, that's going to be that. The bartender's going to love it, and they're going to walk away and remember us. If that's
even
the
if
only
it's
person
that
that's
one
listening,
person,
we're going to hit it hard, you know.
Because ultimately, every time I'm playing for God, man.
Yeah. We close our eyes the whole show, so we don't even look at the crowd anyway.
Exactly.
Does that help the focus too?
It really does.
Yeah, it's like you stop thinking. And you stop, because if you open your eyes, I'm like, oh, is this person there? They're looking at me.
You start catching like people's eyesight. You start locking eyes, and sometimes it'll mess you up.
Everybody in the band closes their eyes, and it's not like we say, hey, close your eyes, bro. It's kind of just like all our style. It just comes together and just happens to be that we like to all close our eyes. So
every time we're doing those,
what are we closing our eyes when they open? You don't know.
I will never know if you guys are doing the interview with eyes
closed. At you wall? Who knows?
I will never know.
Hey, pro tip: musicians wear sunglasses.
All pro tip. You got to, because when you're doing the tight breaks and you got your eyes closed, and you feel it that much more. Your heartbeat starts hitting the exact beat you're playing.
That's actually true.
You can sense things more.
Exactly.
I mean, me personally, you know, I have some problems with mobility. Like I'm kind of stiff sometimes, to say the least. But when I'm playing music, I don't feel none of that. I'll be jumping around stage like I'm a brand new man, and that's just how I know it's something spiritual coming from that. Well, I feel this electricity that'll just activate my body and animate me, you know. Yeah. And it's just like whenever I get on stage, you know that's the purpose. That's why you were born.
It's like the blood starts coursing through your veins, you know.
And it did me blind.
One more question here. This one's an interesting one. I like to ask every artist who comes in. What are some tips you would give to any musician just starting playing out or
just starting?
Yeah.
All right. So here's my advice, man. First, before you even start thinking about making your music, thinking about going out and playing out, you gotta practice your instrument to the point where it's like you gotta know it from the back of your hand. If you could play with your eyes closed, you're probably ready, man. You know what I'm saying? If you go up there, you don't even have a set list ready. You're just like, yo, I'm ready to play. You just come out, man. You gotta play, man. All the secrets. That's the point you want to go out and play out on, you know.
Yeah, I like that practice. That's what our dads told us when we were starting out, fresh-faced high school musicians, just trying to play out every single show that was offered. And they're like, you guys need to practice. And you guys think you're so cool, you guys think you're so great, but you just need to practice and get that sound tight. And now that's just like the mantra we live by. So practice, take your time with it to young musicians coming out. It doesn't all come at once, ever. No. But then you start to notice, whoa, look what we accomplished in 7 months.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know, we couldn't even like transfer our Facebook pages with the name change. Facebook was like, no, we don't know what that is. So I had to make a whole new Facebook page and everything.
We don't know.
New fan base. Yeah. And I look back, I say, whoa,
we're not sure.
Our promo video got 10,000 views. Oh my God, we got like 9,000 likes on Facebook. People I never met in my life.
Exactly.
You know? Just like people from across the world. We have huge fan bases in Egypt, in India, in the Middle East, in Nigeria, in Ghana, Mozambique, Rwanda. For some reason, all these people just flock to the music.
Man.
Like we live with them.
They start liking posts. They ain't coming. They overseas.
More people internationally like our music than people locally. You know, like at least 75% of our fan base is international and not local, which is like brand new for me. That's what I grew up wanting to do. To touch people all over the world. And we're doing that now, and that's a blessing. Right. So to the young musicians, it will come. Take your time.
Those struggle times, man, you cannot let that keep your head down.
You only get back what you put out.
Exactly, right. Yeah. If you falling and struggling, man, you gotta come back harder. Cause
not that we know. I'm a young musician myself.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm just asking questions.
I'm a young musician myself. What do I know?
I'm young, but I'm ready for the world, man.
Hey, that's a mentality.
Yes,
that's a good mentality.
That was awesome.
No problem. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Squire.
Appreciate you having us on, man.
No problem. Thank you guys for coming in.
It's been a great time.
Of course, man.
Yes, sir. Let me give you a hug again before we get out of here.
Aww. All right, we're going to hug live.
Yes.
We're going to hug live.
We're going to hug. Right, man. We're going to hug. It's all of us.